Shakhtar Donetsk have done it. Shaka, they've done the double against Real Madrid in the Champions League, a scene that's supposed to be pretty much made for Real Madrid. A 2-0 win now. I know before we were talking that we probably could have slept through the first half, but it all came out in the second half. I think Zidane would have wanted to sleep through that second half. Shaka, how did Shakhtar do this again?
Listen, I'm really not sure. I'll be honest with you, Alexis. In the first leg, Shakhtar went to the Bernabeu 3 points, but Zidane rested a lot of the players with the Clasico coming up a few days later. So maybe he thought, certainly that early in the competition, he had more enough time to put it right. And in fact, he did. But he came up against Shakhtar Donetsk this time around, dominated the early exchanges. I thought Lucas Vazquez and Marco Asensio in particular were really good for Real Madrid, but they just couldn't find the back of the net. And then slowly you just started to see that final pass or that shot from Real Madrid just being the wrong side of exact for them. And then the second half, it was just a total transformation in that Shakhtar sat back, just soaked the pressure, didn't allow Real Madrid any real space in behind them. I can't think of too many saves that the goalkeeper had to make in the second half. And then, lo and behold, Real Madrid's Achilles heel comes back to haunt them yet again. Listen, I love Raphael Varane as a defender, but Raphael Varane alongside Sergio Ramos is a world-talented footballer. Anybody else, well, certainly anybody else from Madrid, when he's asked to be the leader, I'm sorry, he just leaves so much wanting. Between Mendy and Varane and that catastrophic piece of defending from Real Madrid, Shakhtar go one up, and even then, not much of a response from Real, and Shakhtar get the second.
I think that's what stood out for me as well, because, I mean, when Real Madrid conceded the first goal, I still thought, you know what, this could be the wake-up call. Real Madrid have exactly what it takes to stage a late comeback, late goals, see them through, everything's fine. But they still just looked a shell of the Real Madrid that we've come to know and love. So how much do we read into the troubles that we are seeing from this Real Madrid squad and team?
Listen, I think Real Madrid have the players to put it right. Zidane has a wealth of wonderful talent that he can rotate and bring players in. Casemiro coming in would provide some defense and some bite to a midfield. That's all he missed it today. And you saw that in both goals. Shakhtar actually catching Real Madrid 4v4 and for the second 4v at the back. And how easily Shakhtar was able to pass through Real's field. Both times I thought Luka Modric was trailing the play and maybe could have provided better cover. But that being said, this year and this season of all seasons, with the games coming as thick and fast as they are, and teams having to rotate just to maintain players' fitness, Zidane can't play the same starting 11 week in, week out. He has to rotate. But we're talking about Real Madrid here, and you'd expect them to be able to cope better than most in world football, and not just in comparison to Shakhtar Donetsk here. This is Real Madrid. So for them to be this poor, and let's put this in perspective. Shakhtar Donetsk now sits second in the table, albeit the same points with Real Madrid in the Champions League. They now have the head-to-head against Real Madrid in Champions League. Their last game will be against Inter. Shakhtar Donetsk lost 10-0 on aggregate over the 2 legs against Mönchengladbach. That is what we're talking about here. A team that lost 10-0 to Mönchengladbach has now beaten Real Madrid twice. I don't know how you simply excuse that away.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.